Whoa, boy, do I love this new map on TRYP FPV. Guys, I've been having an absolute love-hate relationship with this simulator. Oh, man, it's like abusing me, hurting me. Yeah, I still love this simulator. You know that feeling? You know, your favorite game, you keep playing ranked games like Siege or something, and you keep losing, but you still play the game. That's what this game feels like, dude. I have been very critical of this game in the past as a FPV pilot myself, someone that actually does go out and fly. I know there's a lot of people that play these FPV sims that have never flown a drone, and that's okay too, but obviously I'm trying to compare oranges to oranges. Maybe I'm comparing apples to apples or apples to oranges. I don't know. This game makes me feel like I'm comparing vegetables to fruits. Does that make sense? Like, sometimes I feel like I could compare this game as a one-to-one, realistic-ish representation of what it's like to fly in the real world. Other times, I just want to tear my hair out over this game. I think a lot of it comes down to bugs. A lot of it comes down to quirks and some things that you need to fix in the game, get over and know how to get around these bugs, like recalibrating your controller and everything all the time. That being said, though, I'm on the beta branch for TRYP FPV. So I'm testing the beta branch, which I think you could do as well by going to their Discord. I'm not sure if it's open for everybody. I think you can apply to be a beta tester. That's what I did originally. And I've only just found out that I'm in the beta like recently, so I don't know how long that's been going on for. I guess it's an indefinite test because it's a beta branch of the game. You just go into the properties and type a code into the game's properties when it's installed on Steam. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I will not be sharing that code because they want you to sign up for it, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm talking about this game because I want to discuss, can you actually gain some real world experience? Can you actually gain something from playing this game? I've been having a blast with it, and a lot of you might be aware from my other simulator videos, I bashed this game relatively hard, right? The holes in the maps, the really quirky physics when you try and build your own drone, the jargon scientific stuff that's in the game, all these chord coefficients, lift coefficient, ground effect coefficient. Oh my god, I'm not an aerospace engineer, right? However, there is still that in the game if you are that way inclined. I'm not. I went to university and studied philosophy, not aerospace engineering. So that stuff's above me, way beyond my comprehension. There is a simplified physics tab now, and it's just sliders. You can go above to like 300% or down to like 1% or whatever, or 0%. There's all these sliders. There's the mass effect, the gravity, top speed. And with that, I've been producing replicas of my real drones. I've got my Nazgul 4-inch Nazgul version, the racer version. That goes 105 miles an hour, top speed. So I've been dialing that in. It's a bit quirky. The top speed says that it's like 90 miles an hour, yet it goes 110. And I think that's because it's the top speed at certain conditions are met or something, so you just have to change the power slider down a little bit, maybe add some friction in the air or less friction. Not sure how that works, but anyway, I've managed to dial it down and actually get that top speed correct, and I've done the same thing for my 3.5-inch, and I have to admit it feels pretty damn close. Now, the reason why I have a love-hate relationship with this game is when you go onto certain maps, there's real spots now, by the way. I can't remember if this is in the base game or if this is in the beta branch, please don't shoot the messenger. Don't buy this game expecting to find the real spots. I'm not sure if they're in the real game. I can't remember if that's the beta branch or the real game, or if they're in both. I can't remember, but they're coming. It's good. Just hold on. But when you're playing those real spots, there are a lot smaller maps, and I think because the way your computer is trying to chug along with this game is very resource intensive, you need quite a beefy machine to run it at a decent frame rate. Frame rate is everything. The higher your frame rate is, a lot of people have been saying this on the Discord, the TRYP Discord. The higher your frame rate is, the better the simulation feels and responds, which makes sense, right? So just bear that in mind. The smaller maps run better because they're smaller maps, there's less to load in. And I'm been having a blast. The other maps, the bigger maps, they feel kind of jerky, and I always had this issue with TRYP that it felt like I was flying. The best way I described it, I think, in my Steam review is, imagine you're driving a Jeep and you're stuck in the mud and your back tires keep spinning and you've got no traction. Say it's one, but the back left tire, for example, your other tires are on the nice sandy dirt track, right? But your one tire is stuck in the mud. You've got to rev it. You've got to like try and, oversteer. You're really heavy on the steering, trying to get that wheel out. As soon as you get that wheel out, you go shooting off into the abyss, right? Because you've had your foot down and you've suddenly gained traction. That's what this game feels like sometimes. And I have managed to eliminate some of that with the physics sliders. Don't ask me how I did it. I don't know. It's just trial and error. There's a lot of trial and error in this game, which is why I didn't at first recommend it to people. I think there's a lot of other sims that do the physics better. That being said, I really, really want to love this game. I always wanted to love this game, just purely because the maps are ginormous. The real spots are really nice now. The only disappointing factor is obviously these physics that I'm talking about, and the fact that there is only 4 frames. There's a very small amount of frames, actual drones, like inbuilt drones that the devs have designed themselves, which I'd like to see some more. There's not many parts. But the parts doesn't really matter when you've got these physics sliders, right? It's just a visual look, I think, at that point. But I think another factor to consider is I do believe the simulation is still using those parts as like a hitbox kind of thing, like they're still trying to simulate those aerodynamics based on those parts. You can change the parts, you can change the frame thickness, length, arm length, motor weight, all of that, but yet visually you're still using those parts in game, the ones that are like set and defined. So I think that still plays a part in the simulation, which is a little bit upsetting, a little bit quirky, a little bit frustrating. So just take that with a pinch of salt. But I haven't had the like the mega shaky drones that I did get before various updates. And I think there's a lot comes down to the updates that have been been and done since I last played the game. And back when I made my original review of the game, I really, really did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy this game in the slightest. It was just so... I can't put my finger on it. There was just something really strange about how the game just felt to me, how it ran on my PC as well. But it's come a long way. And I dare say I would actually recommend it. This map is on the beta branch, so don't get your hopes up, guys. This map is on the beta branch, but you should be able to just follow along on the Discord. There is guides on how to request beta, participate in the beta. This map will be coming soon, I would imagine, as it runs amazingly. And this map is just absolutely... Oh my god, how cool is this map? This map is probably my favorite map. I've got hours on this just one map. I don't do that on any other simulator. It would be cool to see this map with activities like the other maps. That's another good thing about this game is you've got like skydivers, drift cars, bikes. I don't know what they could add here, but on this map, but maybe one of the activity things like that, or even like just add some races. I want to go in and out of that car parky type space, you know, like the place on screen now, like dolphin diving in and out, in and out, in and out of those sort of roof gaps. Would be awesome, dude. Like, imagine a track editor or a race editor that you can add your own races on these base maps. Please, 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 please. I'm not a drone racer, never have been, but I do like doing it in Sims. It teaches you, it's good practice to drone race. I'd love to drone race on this map. Absolutely amazing map. And that's based on a real world location in Zagreb, Croatia. It's an abandoned hospital. Really, really cool place. Mega structure. Very sort of post-Soviet era. Really love that map. Awesome stuff, guys. Would I recommend this game now? Yes. I know I've already said this and I'm probably repeating myself. I'm just trying to get all my points across. The game is better, and this video was the purpose of basically informing people that, hey, I might have made a judgment call then. Would I make this same judgment call now? No. Now I'd say, you know, if you've got the spare bucks, download it, play it for 2 hours. If you don't like it, get a refund on Steam. Simple as that. I actually am really enjoying this game a lot more, even with all of its quirks. I do really, really enjoy it. So thank you for watching, guys, and I hope this helped you. Oh, and this is just a little extra bit that I signed off a little bit too early. Here's my graphics stuff for those people who are just sort of interested in what I ran. I have swapped it to medium here just to see what the medium quality looked like, and guys, this looks like Velocidrone now, doesn't it? Yeah, medium's not where it's at. I mean, if you're playing this game, you want to play it because it's just beautiful to look at, right? And I know my computer can handle more than this, so I do end up switching it back to all the previous other footage that you've seen eventually. These are different game sessions, all these clips that have been on as I was speaking. But that's just a quick PS, basically, that those are my specs. And it might be worth mentioning, I also in the Discord have been vocal with people on the TRYP Discord. I did have some issues with my controller, and originally I thought it was just this game. Turns out my controller was yaw lefting and roll lefting, if that makes sense. Like, it was yawing left and rolling left. The sticks weren't centered, and I tried all the other simulators and it was doing the same in there. And I was using the DJI FPV remote, the AVATA 2 one, RC3 I think it's called, the DJI RC3 remote. And I know that's not the best remote to use by a long shot, but I did get that fixed, and that is what made me originally tear my hair out even more about this game. But it turns out it wasn't the game's fault. So there's that as well. So anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry to interlude again, interrupt. Have a good one and fly safe. Thank you very much.